Tattoo Inc. presents United Ink No Limits Tattoo Festival at the Resorts World Casino in New York City from Friday, March 31st to Sunday, April 2nd. Must be 18 or over. Come meet and get tattooed by some of your favorite ink masters like Sarah Miller, Ryan Ashley, Megan Jean Morris, Big Gus, and Tommy Helm from Tattoo Nightmares, and many more famous artists from around the world. Come check out our live art fusion projects, including body painting and a full art gallery, plus burlesque by Raquel Reed, tattoo apparel and clothing, jewelry, and freak shows. And parking is free! Enter your tattoo in one of our many contests to win big prizes. And this year's search for Miss United Ink will be hosted by Bernadette Macias. United Ink No Limits Tattoo Festival at the Resorts World Casino in New York City from Friday, March 31st to Sunday, April 2nd. For more information and to purchase your tickets in advance, log on to NewYorkTattooShow.com.
No problem. I shall transform your hair, create a masterpiece. I am an artiste with a pair of scissors.
My new cuts got him talking at the barbershop.
Fresh from the barbershop, fly from the beauty salon.
My new cuts got him talking at the barbershop.
I got a show where you can listen and view.
My new cuts got him talking at the
Bringing
barbershop.
barbers and stylists together with the ScissorSalute.
My new cuts got him talking at the barbershop.
One cut, two cut, three cut, four. Nails done, hair done, everything did. Nails done, hair done, everything did. Oh, you fancy? Spending hours in salons on your hairstyle.
For the Lord protects his barbers and he makes the stubble grow.
Scissor! Salute! Salute!
Welcome to the ScissorSalute show. I know it's go time when I see the social media tornado. That's when I know it's about to go on. I'm your host, Eli the Barber, my co-host for the evening. You guys can introduce yourselves.
Yeah, we are the International Barbers Association, also known as the IBA. I am Brian White, owner of White's Barber Co. I'm here with Janine Butler, Styles by Jazzy JC.
Hello, everyone.
And we also have in the house Mike McNeil catching all fades, and we are happy to be here.
And New York and Queen just walked in. And the reason why I mentioned her is because she is the co-owner of the ScissorSalute and co-producer of the ScissorSalute. The show is produced by the owner of the ScissorSalute, Sefro. We're broadcasting out of Massapequa, Long Island, New York, via StrongIsland.tv, and LA is on the boards. Let's get into the meaning of the ScissorSalute, which is a gesture, compliment, greeting, lifestyle, and brand dedicated to bringing barbers, hairstylists, and makeup artists together worldwide. And we use the ScissorSalute show as an outlet to actually make that happen. Every Monday night from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, giving the opportunity for the visual artists to come down here and showcase their skills live on the stage while conducting interviews with them so you can find out how they got started, where they currently are, where they plan on going. And if you would like to showcase with the ScissorSalute show, advertise with us, or book us for your next event, you can download the ScissorSalute show app, fill out the showcase information, or email us, scissorsalute@yahoo.com. Leave your contact information, and we'll get back to you in the order that the email's received. We'd like to thank everybody who's been following us on Instagram, ScissorSalute Show, and on Facebook as well. And if you're watching this and you're waiting for New York and Queen to get up in there, she will be there momentarily. She just came out of here from Queens. The thing about tonight's show is great. It's another panel discussion type of show. Last week we had a panel discussion, and this week looks like we're going to have a panel discussion with multiple states coming in here from the DMV area, from Massachusetts, and we have Chicago as well. We're going to be introducing all the individuals later, but I just wanted to give you a little format of what to expect on tonight's show. Well, I'm just rolling. I stumbled right there, but I was rolling right there. Let's do a recap of last week's show. The owner of the Groom Theory Lounge, located in Missouri, we had Haven the Groomer. The thing about Haven the Groomer, right? We're gonna keep this picture up here for a little bit. Haven the Groomer was actually the second phone call to the ScissorSalute show ever on the ScissorSalute show. And if you're looking at his model right there, Haven was posting up his work, and his model was like, "Man, I want to get my haircut from you. Where are you located?" He's like, "Well, I'm from Missouri." Man, oh my God, man. If you're ever in New York, man, please, I want to get a haircut. Just so happened he was coming to the ScissorSalute show. DM'd the guy back, and he got his haircut from Haven the Groomer. it was great because I thought the guy was like a barber. I'm like, oh, you're a barber? You're here to get your... He's like, nah, man. And then Haven told me afterwards. And if you notice, Haven the groomer is also wearing his athletic apparel. He's ready to cut hair and then go shoot some hoops right after. He has the groom fit. This man is in the gym at like 4 o'clock in the morning. That's not my fight, but salute to that. And we had the owner of Sky Hair Design, Chanel. Sky Hair Design, Chanel. She's located in Springfield, Illinois. And Sefro wrote down pronounced Chanel because it looks like chenille. No, does that look like a chenille? Sure. Definitely looks like a chenille. So she is also a Joyco educator. She was also did stuff with Goonies. She also attended the BarberCon as a model and featured with her in that picture. I believe her name is Crystal. What's her name? What? Crystal Styles. Is that on here? No. Oh, yeah, there it goes. And scissor salute to... What? Where's that? We got a feedback right here? We have Crystal Styles, owner of Hair Studio 89, located in Dover, Florida.
It's Crystal Vega.
Crystal Vega. Yeah, we've seen her on the gram before, and it's great. So you have 2 owners right there coming here to the Scissor Salute show, and New York and Queen was the model once again. Go-to model for little updo when plans fall through. Our in-studio guest from California, DL Master Barber, who also hosted BarberCon. Why you guys have like a model picture of him? Why don't you have a picture of him in the studio? He's like, that's like a model picture right there. That's what's like in his bio right there.
He's a modeler.
Right? So for you guys who don't know, when Biggie Smalls was alive, scissor salute to Biggie right there. Yeah, I can scissor salute Biggie. Why not? Who made the rules? So I'm scissor saluting Biggie. And that was Biggie Smalls' barber right there. He also hosted BarberCon, and I feel like if you call him a motivational speaker, I feel like you're downing him. He's beyond motivational speaker. To me, I look at him as like a life coach. He can tell anybody from any walk of life, give him some advice, and he's ready to take in the advice that you give him. So he's ready to basically talk and also listen as well. That's a great skill. Oh, we got another. So I'm just hearing my voice echo right there. And from Omaha, Nebraska, the author of The Cutting Edge, we had author Lyle up in here as well. That's him with the scarf. And then sitting next to him, we have from Groom Theory, Martez Session. That is a sharp-looking dude right there in the middle right there. Very ambitious, very well-spoken gentleman. And if you're watching the program right now, look out for him. He's young, very young, and he's out. That's it. He's a go-getter. And Mike Fades, the owner of Executive Cuts. Where's Executive Cuts, Sefro? Seth, where's Executive Cuts located? Is that in Florida? Florida. Okay, so last week, just to give you guys a little example, we had Florida up in here, we had Nebraska, we had California, and we had Missouri. All here in the studio for this is a Salute show. So if you guys are wondering, when we throw the worldwide up there, well, this is just nationwide. When we throw out the worldwide there, are we over-exaggerating? I'm going to say no. We're not. I mean, California's pretty far away. That's on the other side. We're in Long Island. Oh, look at there it goes right there. That is the fun picture that we took after all of us together up there on the stage. See, that's what you should have had with DL. Look at this. You see how the Scissor Salute improves the picture? Look at the way it improved that picture right there. Otherwise, it just would have been a couple funny faces, jailhouse pose, classic jailhouse pose. No, you throw up the Scissor Salute, and it's like, oh, look at that right there. And now, who do we have this week?
Well, this week you have the International Barbers Association, also known as the IBA. We're an international organization, and we've come together and we're dedicated to upholding the highest standards of quality service, professionalism, and technical skill. It's our goal to maintain industry standards through frequent assessments, evaluation, and continuing education. We hold ourselves accountable to one another and our clients in an effort to remain the best option for providing barbering services. What does all of that mean? It means that we're here to be standard bearers. We're here to raise the standards in the barbering industry. I'm Brian White. I'm the president of the International Barbers Association. This is my colleague, Janine Butler. She goes by Styles by Jazzy JC, and she is the secretary of the International Barbers Association. She actually does all the work that makes everything happen.
I do.
Yes, I have the vision. She does the work. She makes it all happen and keeps it all tied together. We also in the house, we have co-founder Mike McNeil, Catching All Fades. And we got Chris Foreman, also known as Cold Cuts the Barber. He's going to be doing a demonstration. He's one of the flyest barbers in the DMV.
Oh, but before he does, Cold Cuts gets on stage, I believe they're recording some behind the scenes right there. He's about to go in the mirror, maybe do some Eminem Mound Spaghetti before he gets. Cold Cuts, I'm just joking. I said that to someone a couple weeks ago. They didn't like the Eminem joke. I might have to think of something else to say. And right now, over here in the bucket seats, let's take it up north to Massachusetts and let's see what's going on in the bucket seats.
What's going on?
You guys want to introduce yourselves?
All right, I'll start with me. My name is Misha Lady Barber. You can find me on Instagram. You can either find my official page where I post all my pictures of my haircuts. I'm currently a student, so everything is progress right now.
A little bit closer.
To my left is
There we go.
Mr. Tippertino.
How you doing? I'm Justin, aka Tapertino. I'm out of Somerset, Massachusetts. I'm also a student barber as well. You can find me on Instagram as well, posting all my haircuts out there. And to my right.
All right, I am Olivia, also known as Liv Cuts. I'm from Connecticut. I'm currently working at the Barbershop CT in Wallingford, Connecticut, and it's amazing.
I like that. So you guys got some good names right there. You guys, and not mic'd up. As we said earlier, we got Juan Acevedo. He's out here from Chicago. How was your trip out here, Juan? It's always interesting to have you here in the studio, and what you've been doing with the industry. 24 hours cutting
the negativity.
Cutting the negativity, one snip at a time.
I mean, it's amazing, the journey, the experience, the ups and downs of it. But yeah, the flight was good. Took a nap. It's only 2 hours, so it's not bad.
Oh,
and,
okay.
Yeah, I came in the morning, like around 9 in the morning.
Did you get to watch a movie on the plane, or you just watched like The Facts of Life or something?
The crazy thing is that when I do fly out, I can't sleep. I don't know. Is that like I just gotta get there and then get it done, and then I'll just knock out after I'm done doing everything.
Oh, that's good because I'm trying to sleep, but I'm also trying to watch a movie too. I like enjoy watching the movies on the plane, or watching like last time I was trying to watch some football. We're waiting for Cold Cuts. We're just waiting here patiently. Bro, it's your world, bro. It's your world. Cold Cuts, just to let you know, Sephro, you gonna give him the rundown? He knows. Also, look, you got a couple people to cut right here. You got a couple of people who need haircuts. Okay, so. Once again, we did a recap of last week's show, but we didn't get into exactly what happened with like IBS Hair Show. There's a lot of people there, seen a lot of great barbers, hairstylists, a lot of great products. Last week's show, when we had the barber panel, there was just something special going on when we asked everybody something that should be done with the industry. We're probably going to ask the same question. And it just seemed like everybody was able to bounce off each other's questions. So we had, I believe, where's his name right here? We had Martez Session, known as CEO Tez. What he wanted, let's just start with Michael. Mike Fades wanted barbers to stop carrying like name brand stuff in their store and sending people to Sally's. You got to have exclusive stuff, or he suggests you have exclusive stuff in your shop. So the people that are buying that exclusive stuff will only get it at your shop. It's not found in the store. So therefore, you're able to make an upsell. So in other words, like Layrite's not carried in the stores, Elegance or a different type of product, whatever it is, they're not carried in regular stores. So if you have something that is made strictly for the industry in your store, you're going to take, let's say, a $25 haircut, and now you can add that on. That's an upsell. And then you had professionalism. I believe that was Martez was talking about professionalism, but at the same time, oh no, he's saying no, basically know your things. Like instead of just charging extra money, like okay, January 1st is coming, it's going to be $30. Make sure that you are able to provide the proper services for that $30. So don't say, okay, I'm going to charge you 30, it's going to go $5 up for the same type of service I was giving you a year ago. I'm just going to charge you more. No, make sure that you are able to provide the right services to charge $30. Stay educated. If it is the black mask that you're adding, add the black mask, but make sure you know how to do what you're doing. Just don't try to charge people extra money and not have the right services. Arthur Lyle was basically talking about like money management. It's like, basically, you got to know how to conduct yourself in an establishment and also manage your money. It is very important. You can't think like a dummy out there. You got to be able to think professionally, not only act professionally and all that, but you also have to think it. If you're making $500 and you go out and you're spending $400, you do the math. You only came home with $100. So being educated with money management. Now, is that something that you guys are covering in the IBA, those type of topics?
Absolutely. Money management is we want to first get our members to be able to break down what they're getting per hour. For every hour that they're spending in the shop, we need them to be able to figure out what they're making per hour and figure out, over a period of time, how long have you been doing this consistently? And after about 6 to 8 weeks, let's think about doing something different so we can either raise our price. We want people to be able to maximize their earning potential behind the chair. And so in order to do that, you got to first be able to track it. And so, yeah, we're doing that. We're doing that in the industry. We're doing that in the IBA.
Yeah, I feel like it's very important for people to stay on top of their services and know that the new things that are out there to offer. See, because what happens is I feel like there's so much hate in the industry with the whole hair coloring thing and all this other enhancements and all that. They're really missing the bigger picture that if you're not able to provide that service, the client is going to find someone that who can provide that service. So while you're sitting there bickering about color enhancements, that client's going to either A, another chair, or B, another shop, and now you're missing out on that money. Because that person that might be going gray, they want to cover up their grays. That person might have a light spot on the right side of their head, and as soon as you did that color enhancement, they liked it, and now they want it every week. And yeah, you don't just do it for free. You got to charge. You got to, you can't sell yourself short. You got to know your value right there. And over here we have some barber students. Now, in your barber school, Mish, are they covering stuff like that, or is it just learning how to cut hair?
We're barber stylists, so we learn a little bit of everything while we're there.
Okay.
So we do learn to color. We do know how to cut long length of hair. So it's not just barber. It's a little bit of everything.
Well, that's good. That's good. I'll tell you, pay attention to the Cosmo part. Pay attention to the Cosmo part, because as a barber, there's going to be a lot of it comes down to repetition. I remember we talked on the phone. It comes down to repetition. All that I've been cutting hair for 20 years. What big is that? How big is that if you're only doing 300 or 400 haircuts a year? Meanwhile, there's people doing 300 or 400 haircuts a month. You're going to tell me you got more experience than that person who does that a month? So it's always going to come down to repetition. So you're constantly going to be learning about how the hair grows and how to be able to manipulate the hair with the tools that are in your hand. Now, it's totally different when it comes to cutting hair that has length. Can we get the picture-in-picture with our cold cuts, being that some people are waiting to see this gentleman showcase? Look at the cape on him. It's like, yeah. So my recommendation, I recommend all the student barbers that are watching the show right now, or Cosmos, really pay attention to the Cosmo aspect when it comes to layering hair and being able to cut different lengths of hair. It's going to pay off in the long run, simply because if you choose to work in a barbershop, you're going to get high repetitions of fades. High repetition of fades. And then you got to learn about fade placement, And what basically I would recommend to you to tell me what the difference between a good haircut and a bad haircut. Then after that, you will learn how to manipulate the hair to, get that nice shadow fade, or they call it blurry fade, whatever they call it. What does our homeboy call it from Connecticut?
Cloudy fades.
Cloudy fades. Like cloudy fades. Yeah, so it's these cloudy fades, blurry fades, and there he goes. Look at the beard on him. Oh, and that's it. Got the braids. I remember when you didn't even have braids, man.
Gotta change it up on him.
Yeah, well, there we go. We have cold cuts right here. He is. What you using there, cold cuts? I hear some loud noises over there.
The BGRC's cordless.
He's using the BGRC's cordless. Ooh.
Got a triple out on him now.
And there goes Chauncey the barber. He comes in with the gang. Okay, so you know what? While we're here, is there anything? We're obviously gonna be doing an interview a little bit later on, but I just want to go over. I'm gonna ask the same question. We have a panel format right now. We're gonna do that while the showcasing is going on. Just gonna throw some questions like improving the industry. You give me one gem to improve the industry.
Standards. I know that's very vague, but in order to improve the industry, we need. So what we're finding and what we found is that there's a lot of autonomy. One of the main draws to becoming a barber or cosmetologist is the autonomy that you have in this profession. The autonomy is the ability to be able to call your own shots, make your own schedule, determine. You're your own boss. But with that kind of an autonomy, there's a lot of discipline that's necessary. And what we're finding is that there is a lack of discipline. Okay, in the 50 states abroad, we have state board state board of barbers. But with that state board of barbers, they have a lot of regulations, but there are no specific standards of professionalism and quality customer service. And I think that we've got to get back to quality customer service and professionalism, because at the end of the day, it's our clients who matters. That's who matters to us. That's who should really matter. We're in a service industry. We're providing service for individuals who work their 9 to 5, work their whatever their job is, and they bring us their 35, 45, 55 bucks. Okay, our goal should be to provide the highest level of service for them. Okay, and if we want to talk about raising prices and things like that, the first thing you should have is a solid standard, and that's why the IBA exists. We want to show people what that standard looks like. We want to show a group of people who are like-minded, who share a standard of professionalism and quality customer service. We figure if you're a licensed professional, you should know how to cut hair. You should know how to cut hair. And that doesn't mean that everybody does, but that's not what we put at the top of our list, our checkoff list. We're looking for, my guy Dorian the groom. He likes to say, your character's got to be better than your fade. Okay, and so when we start talking about character, that's where our standard comes in. And so I think what's missing is a standard of professionalism and quality customer service.
And Janine, same question for you. Something to improve the industry. A gem.
Accountability. And I would say accountability that goes into talking about licensing, making sure that you hold yourself to a standard where if you're going to operate in a profession where we are using tools, sharp tools.
They sharp.
Yes.
You seen that on Barbershop Connect when they did to that young boy over there in Connecticut?
Absolutely.
Oh my Lord.
Took it all away.
Barbershop Connect?
No, on Facebook. It got taken down.
Off.
Oh, that's still on Barbershop Connect, I believe.
Oh, I know that. I seen it.
Yeah, so I feel like if you go to a doctor or a dentist, you will want them to have their license. They're practicing in your mouth or on your body with objects and tools that, one, are regulated by whatever state you operate in, so that your health and your well-being is taken at the most. They're accountable. They're held accountable for you.
I think it's a natural reaction when you walk into them offices just to look at the wall.
Absolutely.
And then you just start seeing everything on the wall. Even when you step into like a restaurant or a pizzeria, right over there near the counter, you look around and you always see
credentials.
Something.
Yep.
Exactly.
Your credentials.
So with that being said, we want, as the IBA, to restore the barbering industry back to that once thing where you walk in a barbershop and you want to see that there's a license and not, well, if someone is good at what they do, and it's no shade to barbers that can cut, but take the extra step and get your license so that you're telling your client and the person that's operating with a license next to you that, hey, I went the extra step. I'm following the regulations of the state that I live in, and I want to protect the public, my clients, myself, and learn the regulations, sanitation, and how to operate with tools, because we're using straight razors on individuals. And if you cut someone and you don't know how to properly do a blood spill, if you cut someone, you can cross-contaminate. Next thing you know, you spreading infectious diseases to your clients.
I'm
Staph
scared.
And so,
But that's the reality of the situation. You got barbers that use the same razor on everyone to just because, I'm just cutting the line. I'm just shaping them up.
That's
No.
that's cheap. You're cheap.
That's like, and
You're nastily cheap.
They're
Really?
not that expensive.
they're not that expensive. You know what I'm
So-
saying? But something that's small can turn into something way bigger because you didn't want to switch out that blade. And now your guest has staph infection because you used it on everyone that sat in your chair that day.
and so we talk about accountability, right? So who's calling that guy out? Who's gonna call that guy out? Who's gonna call that guy out that's using the same razor on 4 or 5 different clients? Who's gonna call that guy out who's operating behind a chair for years without a license? Who's gonna call that guy out? All right, at what point do we as licensed professionals make it our business to hold people accountable? Okay, we're making money. This is our profession. This is how we feed our families. Are we going to wait? How long are we going to wait for the state board to come in and do something about what we already know about? It's just a question. It's just a question, but it needs an answer. The
So-
IBA has an answer.
Absolutely. And that's my one gem. I feel like it's unfortunate that you have licensed barbers operating beside unlicensed barbers and they're paying the same amount. But I went to school and I paid the state and passed the test. And however many tries it might take, some people have to go back 2 and 3 times, but they're paying that fee every time. But the person beside them haven't even thought about getting their license and they're charging the same amount. But you'll go to a dentist or a doctor and you want to see their credentials. It should be the same for the barbering industry.
Okay, so right now what you're watching the ScissorSalute show. This is the Cut Cam. Cold Cuts is showcasing. This is the part of the show where we give the guests the opportunity to showcase their skills. Right now we're in like a little panel format because we have a lot of people here in the studio. Underneath my finger right here or underneath over here, please share. Press the share button. Share it on your timeline. And at the same time, when you press the share, it gives you the option to invite people as well. So invite as much people as you can. They might not know that there's a show out there for barbers and hairstylists to showcase and also discuss different things in the industry. And then we also have some, okay, so talking myself for right here. So we're just talking about things to improve the industry. Brian White said standards, and Janine Butler said accountability. These are some of the things that are covered with the IBA. We're going to be doing a full interview with them later. They're going to be able to elaborate a little bit more. That might even just let them, all 3 of them, come up here, and basically I'll be on the sideline with Sefro and let all 3 of them conduct their interview a little bit later. Right? It's only right. And the things like this, while we have the showcase going on, I do suggest sometimes you might want to grab a pen. If you notice me, I took down some notes. I'd like to apologize for the open. I was cut off a little bit because I left my notes at home. So the gems that I wanted to talk about with DL Master and Arthur, Mike, and Martez, I wasn't able to come off the way it was supposed to come off. But basically, it was more of the point of what I was saying. Having stuff that the public can't get their hands on, supplies in your shop to sell. Make sure that, you're providing, that you have some sort of education on the services, and don't just, hey, I'm going to up the price and just still give the same type of service. The gem that I gave last week, and I say it all the time, even when I'm on a show, if I'm on the road or here in the studio, it's not like I'm on the road that much, but what I like to say is, take a little quote from Rado, you stay in your own lane. When you're watching someone play football, my son plays football, the first thing the coach says is, you're really fast. But the problem is you tend to slow down because you're looking to your right, you're looking to your left. It's the same thing in any concept in life. If you are in your lane and you look to your right or to your left, it's going to slow you down. So just pay attention to what you're doing. Really don't worry about what the next person's doing, because what that's going to do is going to slow you down. And if you spend too much time dwelling on what the next person does, that's when, there's a difference between critiquing and hating. And Chauncey, I wish he was mic'd up because he can give you the difference between critiquing and hating, something that he speaks about a lot. But did you bring sweet potato roll? Spicy tuna. What do you have there? California? No, I don't speak that. Okay, so one more time, you're watching the ScissorSalute show. We got Cold Cuts on the stage. He's showcasing right here. This is called the Cut Cam. And look at him go away. Cold Cuts is in the studio. He goes hard in the booth. Yeah, he does. Yo, Carl was just telling him, remember at the CT Barber Expo, you out front, you were like, yo, what's going on? And I was like, yo, come on. Yeah. Remember that barber that was there, that one of my barber brothers from out here? I thought it was just him and you. Yeah. It wasn't your fault. He brought, how many people he bring with him, man? He brought the whole squad up, man. Oh, my Lord. The sweat was dripping. It was too late. Oh, so what's going on here? Okay, hold up. Find the studio. Don't put the camera on me yet. There we go. Yep. And what's the name again? Live on Sunday. That ain't the first time you heard that, right?
Actually, it is.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you might want to get a little closer right here to the mic. So to the left of me, we got Live Cuts in the middle, and we have Mishi right here. Mishi Lady Barber.
Mishi Lady Barber, that's right.
Okay, right there. You guys both attend. Okay, so you're from Massachusetts, attending the New Bedford Barber
Nope,
Company.
that's where
That's where you work.
Well, yeah, I kind of like shadow over there. I go to school at Rob Roy in Massachusetts, Fall River.
And you go to school?
I recently graduated from a school in Connecticut.
Okay, you got to get a little bit closer. You recently graduated from a school in Connecticut. Okay, so we're gonna start off with Mishi right here, and then we're gonna just bounce off of a couple things with you as well. So you've been in barber school since September, and you're gonna be finishing up in July.
I am. Hopefully, my birthday will be my birthday present. I'll get to go to my state board on my birthday. Fingers crossed, if my hours match.
See, now here's the thing that I'm seeing right now a lot in the industry. Students that are in school are able to get in the trenches. And what I mean by in the trenches, they're able to go to these barber battles because they provide student barber battles. And they're able to go to different events before they even get into a shop. And you yourself, you've been to 6 different events.
About 6 to 8, yeah.
BarberCon, and now you're going to be competing at the CT Barber Expo.
I am. I'm going to be competing in the female competition. Actually going to be doing a small barber battle for my school on April 14th as well. We go to the other academies and we battle against them. So that'll be my tester before the big show.
So the thing with Mishi was she used to go to the barber shop, and she basically liked the atmosphere, went to an event, came across a female who switched from Cosmo to barbering, started talking to her, and now that's it. So what have you been doing to prepare yourself for the competition?
Actually, the kid that's on the screen right now, I've been cutting him almost every week. His hair grows pretty quickly, so his hair is perfect to cut, thick, it's black. It shows me all the things I need to actually look at and fix. I'm a very person that likes to grow. If I'm doing something wrong, I like when somebody gives me criticism, tell me it looks bad, so I know what to fix, what I have to improve on, because I don't want to just be the girl that's okay with cutting. I actually want to do good at what I'm doing. I want clients to come back to me not because I'm the cute girl. I want people coming back to me because they actually like their cuts. They like what they're leaving the shop with, not going to another shop and correcting what I've cut.
I like that. See that? So there you go. There you go. Already covering the IBA's standards and accountability. Already. Not one conversation with them, right? Am I right or wrong? No. Somewhat, you're setting a standard, and you want to be accountable for your actions.
Exactly.
And what's going on, and live yourself. Tell me about the experience so far that you've had.
My experience so far in my career has been amazing. I started off, I worked at the Fresh Factory in the Bristol location.
Oh, Joey Fresh. Fresh Factory?
No, that's Get Fresh.
Okay, that was Get Fresh. Yeah, listen, there's a lot of Fresh Factory going up there. That's Andy Authentic.
That's Andy Authentic.
Man, you gotta stay fresh up there, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been amazing. So I started there, and then I recently just transferred to a shop that's closer to my house. It's more of like a high-end barbershop. It's definitely different than what I've been used to, but it's awesome.
All right. Well, there you go, man. That's good right there. And what do you plan on doing with it so far? Like, is there something that in the next couple of years, where are you trying to see yourself?
The next couple of years, I just want to get better, have like wicked good clientele, just keep at it.
Wicked. She said wicked. Yes, she did. She sure did. And Mishi, right there, we talked on the phone. I could see that you're very ambitious, even when you're speaking right now. But you said that you want to be more than just a barbershop barber. What exactly does that mean?
I want to be live with everything. I want to be able to compete. I want to go to these shows. I want to network with different people. I want to learn. I want my education to keep going, regardless if I'm done with school. There's so much you can learn. People start doing different designs and different ways of cutting hair, and it's not a tree that you just learn to cut and then that's it. You actually can learn different things always. It's kind of like when you're growing as a person. I have a child, he's 5 years old. I still learn from him. So if I'm still learning from him, I can still learn with cutting. It's the same kind of thing. You learn different things always, and I'm eager to learn. I'm eager to do well, and that's basically how I feel about that.
Well, that's pretty much correct there. And Liv, you going to the CT Barber Expo?
Yes, I'll be there. I'm not going to be competing this year. Hopefully next year, though.
Can we go to picture, LA? This way they're able to see the haircut at the same time as you see? Now we're killing two birds with one stone, right? I like that better right there. So please, I'm sorry for cutting you off.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, so I'll be there cheering on Mish. But I'm not competing this year.
Well, what do you when you go to those summer events? What are you trying to accomplish? Do you go to the classes before the event, or you just go there?
This year I'll be at the classes. I just like to go meet a ton of people. You network so many different ways. Get new tools, learn about new tools, see a bunch of talent, and I love to look at talent. You learn so much.
Definitely, you guys actually came down here with one of Sefro's favorite barbers, barber from Sefro's favorite barber, but you came down here. He has a Jubei shirt on.
Yes.
Right?
He actually cuts my undercut as well.
He does. Oh, he did your undercut?
No,
Oh, Jubei. Yeah, Jubei.
He's the man.
He just got done doing BarberCon. He has a very good brand. It definitely catches the eye.
ScissorSalute to Jubei.
He definitely catches the eye real quick.
By the way,
what?
Panda before the panda.
Exactly.
He had that panda logo a long time ago, so don't think that it's just because of the song Panda. He always had that logo.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a great logo.
Might not know that.
I wear his pin on my denim jacket, and every single time, like I could go anywhere and be like, "Oh, where'd you get that pin from? I like the pin." I'm like, Jubei.
Limited edition though, limited edition.
And now he has the brand going on there. Jubei is a very, very talented barber. I mean, amongst his designs, he's very, like, he could do everything. He was here before. He was telling me about. Was he here or was
unfortunately we had him call in, but he's never been actually in the studio, so we're still trying to line.
Well, he was one of the barbers that convinced me to go cordless.
Yeah, he is.
Like there was a couple barbers in the shop, like Eli. Listen, we know you're old and you're stubborn and hard headed. I was like, hey, but they kept on going. I had to cut him off short there. But Jubei was like, listen, you need to come up to date and you need to try it the cordless. So I ended up getting cordless, and now I probably, I like him so much. I bought some. I gave one to Nadine, the hairstylist rep for the ScissorSalute show. I actually gave one to Rado. ScissorSalute to Diamond D, the barber. He's watching. He just texted me. I actually offered him one. He said no, and then he just bought two last week. He bought the Walls, and then he bought the Andis MVLI. And he's liking it. Very convenient. But you see cold cuts, it doesn't matter. We said it here last week on the show. Doesn't matter how you cut their hair. So I really don't like when people say I'm a real barber. I do buzzer over comb. I'm a real barber. I do scissors over comb. Listen, there's no really correct way how to cut hair. Some people start with the bulk and work their way down. Some people start from the bottom and work their way up. There's really no wrong way, right way how to do it. The only thing I do stress is proper technique, so you're able to do it for years in and years out. If you catch yourself bending and not using the chair to lay back, you're gonna be hurting your back. If you're standing up, locking your knees, yeah, you're gonna be, you're gonna be feeling it. So I will recommend proper form. Oh, you can Liv Klutz got a slideshow too. Oh, Liv, you use the foil shaver, huh?
I do.
You foil shave, huh?
I do
I
like
noticed the
that.
new blood, right? You have new blood like them foil shavers, boy. That now, do you find you could only put the foil shaver on some people? Look a picture from the Fresh Factory.
Yeah, there's a lot of pictures from the factory in there.
Do you feel like you could only put the foil shaver on certain people?
Yes, because it irritates some people's skin.
Yeah, they get
pretty
the
bad.
bumpy neck. They get the Nestle
Right.
Crunch neck.
Yeah, so I try to stay away. I usually ask if I'm unsure if they're okay with it.
Yeah, because I've been noticing a lot of that. We've had a couple guest barbers come in the shop and they're foil shaving the back of people's neck. And I'm like, oh, ow. Oh, ouch. Oh, Nestle Crunch neck. About to just pop up right there. Like here, I hear Cold Cuts laughing over here. Like, it's so true. I just feel like, it's great. You want to get it down to the skinny skin. That's great. But make sure you ask the person because, I've seen some bad ones come up. Oh, and the eyebrows right there, huh?
Brows, yeah.
You had him ready to go hit the club right there. That was a club cut, you could tell. So, amongst this too, like along with the short haircut, you could do long haircuts as well.
Well, I went to barbering school, so it was strictly a barbering program. We didn't do too much of like long hair.
I'm telling you.
But yeah, I definitely recommend if you're still in school, try and learn as much.
I'm
as
talking
possible.
about if you're still in school, if you're young and you're thinking about you want to be educating any type of platform work, that might be the difference of you getting that job being a platform artist and someone else getting that job as a platform artist. The ability to use shears. As you see Cold Cuts right there, he just did a nice fade and now he's showing you that he's able to use shears. So that might be the difference. If you're up there and Paul Mitchell's on some, okay, well, we're going to need you to layer the top of this model. What? We're going to need you to what? Layer. What? Oh, I can't do that. Okay, bring the next person up. They can't do that. So you're not going to want to limit yourself because everybody, I don't care who you are, is really thinking about the education aspect. And there's nothing wrong with it. Don't let these people be like, oh, now everybody wants to be an educator. So what? Who are you to stop me from trying to be an educator or stop the next person? That's what I'm talking about. People want to talk about, the love and the support. But once you see someone trying to do something better than you, whatever, then it's no, hold up. Hold up.
That's the truth.
Well, take it one step at a time. And I know you guys want to get into, I know you're going to be trying to do some educating. Now, you guys, no makeup whatsoever. You guys know makeup history with that?
I haven't tried it yet. I mean, I don't know if I will, but I'm not negative towards it. I mean, maybe one day I will try it, but right now I'm still trying to perfect my craft right now. I'll add it maybe later on if I decide I like it or not.
Do you reduce bulk first and work your way down, or you work your way up?
I've tried both. I've found it to be easier for me to go down.
Okay, so
Work my way down.
Okay, work your way. So get ready to reduce the bulk, and then go down. And yourself?
I reduce the bulk and work up, actually.
What? You reduce the bulk, and then you work your way up. Okay, so you eliminate if you're doing a skin fade, you eliminate the
if there was
first
like a lot
guideline.
of bulk, I'd take it down. Then I start with my skin line.
And now to reduce the bulk is a buzz over comb, scissors over comb, thinning shears. What are you doing?
Depends on my mood.
Depends on the mood.
Yeah.
What do you find? Do you find it easier, like?
I find that I use my clippers first to whatever size, and then if I need to, I'll go in with my texturizing shears and go in there. And
Point cutting? You guys do point cutting as well?
We learn all that at school.
I call it like shatter.
Yeah.
Because some people just want to mess. Like, oh, you want to mess? Okay, let me get up in there. Not messy
nice
enough?
new little scars on my hand from all that.
Okay, so you got some sharp shears.
Yeah. We get everything in our kit. I mean, I'm interested in getting some other shears, but for what I have right now, they're pretty good. But
All right. And yourself, you got some sharp shears too?
I actually need to upgrade pretty bad, but I do have.
You guys got
scars and all.
someone? You guys got someone who goes through the shop sharpening them? Like
no.
No, not
we got a guy who comes like crosses from Manhattan all the way to Montauk.
Well,
sharpening
where I'm
shears.
marking, we just opened up in November, so it's fairly new. I think the barbers there did get their sharpened though, last month I believe. But I'm at school most of the time of the shop being open, so because I'm at school until like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I go there right after.
Your accent's coming out a
I'm
little
sorry,
something.
I
didn't even notice it until like
you know how many times I
this
redid the
part
video?
right
I was
here.
like trying to pronounce my eyes.
I just
couldn't do it.
There it goes again. Yeah, okay, I see
I
that
get
right
picked
there.
on all the time. I literally work this city over from where I am, and literally everybody, like all the guys that come into the shop, they'll be like, "Oh, water? What was that? Water?" I was like, "Oh my goodness."
We have a little hard time pronouncing water over here as well, but that's another story. And now, so how was it working at the Fresh Factory, being around so much talent? I mean, that's like an all-star lineup over there.
It really is. It was awesome. I learned so much, like more than school, honestly, just watching them all. Andy Authentic is amazing. Shout out. I hope he's watching.
You see, Scissor Salute. You weren't paying attention before the show, huh? Scissor Salute, Andy Authentic.
Scissor Salute. Sorry. But yeah, so much support over there. They support me so much. They're literally my foundation for this career. I love them all.
Man, you think about it. There's so much talent over there at that
So
one spot.
much, yes.
So we're gonna. Okay. You're looking at me. You're hovering over me like the principal, and then you tell me 2 minutes. So in them 2 minutes, we're gonna let you guys sound off. So we're gonna start off with Lip Cuss here. Let everybody know where you work, how they could get in contact with you, and all the social media information that you'd like to share with us. Please do so now. The stage is yours.
Okay. Follow me at Liv Cuts. It's liv.cuts with 2 S's. You can find me at The Barbershop CT in Wallingford, Connecticut. Follow me on Instagram. You can always contact me through there, but you have to call the barbershop if you want an appointment with me.
Bingo. And Michelle, now you too as well.
My Instagram, I have 2 of them. Mish_the Lady Barber. That's more of my personal. I do post some pictures on there as well of my haircuts, but I'm trying to gain followers on my new page where it's just strictly my barbering stuff. It's Mish_the Lady Barber official. Like I said, it's just started, so I don't have many followers on there right now. And I am working at New Bedford Barber Company in Massachusetts. You can follow me on Instagram. You can DM me, talk to me if you want an appointment with me. I'm not really taking cuts right now just because I am in school. But you can always contact me. I'll be done in July, so that's where I'm at.
All right. Well, thank you guys. We're gonna hear a little bit more from them. We're gonna get back to the cut cam with Cole Cuts as he's doing what he's doing. I would like to take the time out right now to Scissor Salute Diamond D the Barber and the Disturbing This Piece Racing, Long Island Racing, went down to North Carolina and did what they had to do. And here's the thing. We had 2 races from Long Island. Just so happened to place the bet in the barbershop. They had to go to North Carolina to race. And Scissor Salute to both of them, Mario and Chris Faison. But Mario finished on top. Diamond D the Barber, Scissor Salute to him and his brother June, Eric, and the rest of the Disturbing the Peace that went out to North Carolina racing. And you guys that don't know, talk about drag racing with American Muscle. You know, because barbers do a little bit more than just cut hair. And just so happens that barber right there loves to race. So again, this is the Cut Cam. This is the part of the show where we give the artist a chance to showcase his skills on the stage. You're watching the Scissor Salute show. Please press the share button so you can share it with everybody. If you're watching it on Facebook Live, share with everybody. Leave comments up in there. And if you're on the app, you know, take some screenshots, put up some pictures. Well, hold on, might as well sit right here. Sit right here. So, welcome back to the ScissorSalute Show again. We are live from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Now you can watch us on the ScissorSalute Show app on the Apple and Android. And if you'd like to showcase with us, advertise with us, or book us for your next event, you can fill out the information in the showcase part of the app or email us scissorsalute@yahoo.com. We will respond to all emails in the orders that they are received. I'm back here with Juan Acevedo here from Chicago. Second time in the studio. I believe it's his fifth time getting interviewed because we love what this gentleman is doing right here. Young, ambitious, and he's cutting the negativity for 24 hours straight. For those who are not familiar with what you've done in the past, just bring them up to date, how it got started, what you were trying to accomplish, and what it did this year.
All right, so, well, my name is Juan Acevedo, Jr. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, right in the city of Chicago, the heart of it, by Fullerton and Laramie. And I came up with this concept, and it's called the 24-Hour Haircut Challenge, and the slogan is Cutting the Negativity. A friend of mine, his name is Randall Springs. Him and I were thinking of a name that collabs with what I'm doing, and we brainstormed and we figured it out, and that's how Cutting the Negativity came about. And it's crazy because everybody enjoys that slogan, the name, and but long story short, I started it in 2013. I did a project of cutting the negativity out in the cutting hair in the homeless in Chicago, just to start it up and just to get warmed up and let people know what I was about to do. And then we did the first one on January 4th, 2014, 16 hours before my niece passed away from breast cancer, and that was crazy. It was tough, and people didn't know that afterwards, and it was just to get to the point now and then. It's kind of more inspiring to be part of it and experience the journey within the 24 hours, because people don't know what really happens. They only know the exterior and they don't know the interior of the event. And it's I do believe it's life-changing to a lot of barbers and stylists that participate, because they look at the barber industry or their craft or the career they chose differently. And that's very important to me, so. But yeah, it was again, everybody has a dream, everybody has a vision. You start solo, so then everybody else could believe it. And I did it by myself for 24 hours. I cut hair for every hour, and all my clients, they understood the concept. They will, pay for their haircut, but they all knew that all that money was gonna go back to the community. So what I do, I choose every year or throughout the year at times, where am I going to be donating the money? And I put obviously pictures, facts, websites, so they know that where the money is going and why it's going there. And I hear stories and I get inspired, and that's where I donate. So from me being by myself, every year we come up to be between 15 to 30 barbers that come out and show up. And it's exciting because, the vision was to have barbers come out and understand that it's not about just gimme, and it's all about the money. But, if you don't help and give back to the community that, supports you and gives you the money, you have to, 365 days, 1 day out of the year, just do something good for your clients because they deserve it. Think about it, you got a client that constantly comes every week, every 2 weeks. That's almost like $100, maybe $150 he's getting in your pockets for 365 days out of the year. I think he deserves something like maybe a free mask or something, facial. He deserves it. So,
definitely. And I see that now you're getting a little bit more of the community involved. I know we've talked on the show before, and you said that the pizzeria took care of all the food.
Right.
And you mentioned a lady, too, that was taking care of a little bit of business for you as well. But was she just featured on that picture right there?
Yeah, you know what? And again, every year it's like the dots connect. So, I do it, and people always ask, hey, you're going to do it again? And now I think, the community or, the barb industry, friends, they want to see something positive. And it's, it's like me, I'm trying to be loud with positivity because negativity is so easy to sell, and it's going to win quick. That goes viral faster than a positive video.
Absolutely.
So Chicago has been brought a burden of negativity and, the killing. Yeah, that's going on. but we all know that has been going on in many communities. But it's just so highlighted and so loud. And right now, what I'm trying to do is be loud with those photos and those videos. And it's my job, like you know what, like you said, being you got to put forth the effort. Don't just talk about it. Actions. I'm more silent and more action. I execute. You know, that's my thing. I learned. My mentors is stop talking and execute. You know, and I grew up the word respect. You know, and like you said, a haircut. Forget the enhancement and everything else. Show me what you're able to do, and then stand next to me for hours and work, and I'll respect you because you respect the craft by standing next to me, and you know how it is to feel tired afterwards and open and close, and you know the process. But yeah, man, I mean, the main thing is just for me to fly out instead of walking chasing my dream. Now I gotta fly out towards my dream, and I think this is my first, not my only first, but second step to come into New York, because I do feel like me and Sephiro has talked about it, and I think the calling for the 24 hours here in New York is going to happen.
Wow.
So, I mean, and people are asking for it, and it ain't about just me. It's about, there's a lot of good guys out there that want to try this out and want to show that there's, you know, good-hearted barbers out there. But, I mean, it's going to be a tour, you know. So, and one of the things I think 2017, the words that come out of my lips are, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised that I'm here right now. You know, don't be surprised if the 24 hours comes to New York. Don't be surprised if it goes
So you're
somewhere
hearing
else.
it. Don't be surprised if you hear the cut and the negativity. 24 hours of cutting might be coming to New York. Don't be surprised. If you're watching the show right now, please share the show as much as possible. When you press that share button, it gives you an invite option as well. Invite as much people as you can. Right now, we have Juan Acevedo over here from Chicago talking about the 24-hour, cutting the negativity. Now, what happened this year? Let's go over what happened this year.
Yeah. I think this year was a big test. God, actually, I felt that God, like, punched me in the face and said, do you remember why you started doing this? Don't forget why you started doing this. The concept of vision, and it was more about bringing the barbers together, stylists, in a peaceful event, all one together, like unity. You know, exactly what you guys stand for, exactly what we all stand for. And it was a reminder. We raised good money the past 3 years, and this being the 4th annual, it wasn't, I didn't hit my mark, but it wasn't about hitting my mark. Again, I forgot. It was about bringing everybody out and showing them that you could give back, and don't forget that it's okay to give back, and let's be in peace for a day and support each other, and let's not be, you know, or hate on each other or anything. But yeah, I haven't told anybody because I wanted to wait to the show, but you know, every year for the first year I raised 600. After that was 1,000. After that 2,000. The third year another 2,000. Now it would drop to $887. Why? Because something happened in the event that opened my eyes and made me realize, you know, that one of the best quotes I heard after the event, Pitbull, he says, "There's no losses, only winning. There's no failure, only opportunities. There's no problems. There's only solutions. And the mother of success is failure. And sometimes you have to fail to understand how to win.
Yes, I've been seeing a lot of that too. I actually seen something like that where if you don't know what it feels like to fail, then you will never know what it feels like to succeed.
Right, and that
I just seen that recently.
That happened to me, and you know what's so crazy? Bo Morales from Nebraska, he flew out, you know, and he helped me out with the 24 hours in Chicago when I went to do the 24 hours in Nebraska. So it's connecting me to the people I need to connect with that are going to be supporting me. And I was worried so much about barbers that I shouldn't have, because he reminded me that it's not about the barbers right now. You have barbers. You have to bring the people now. So that was my. That,
I
that
see
was
where
a
you. I see where you're coming from. You're basically was so worried about the barbers, you didn't worry about the people coming there. Meanwhile, you got to bring the people there because right now it seems like the barbers are going to be there. You
They're
have the
gonna be
barbers.
there.
You have the support.
Exactly.
You
And
have the
that was
support.
a
So
reminder.
it's just like you said. It's a reminder and a learning experience as well. So you learn something.
And like I said, if I wanted to hit the upcoming barbers, the students, it happened. For the couple hours that was like kind of empty, Larry's Barber College, Elvin, that's a good friend of mine, he brought him out, and I winged it. I had Who's Your Barber Chuck and Bo helped me out, and they taught a class during the time that we had to raise money. But not only did we didn't raise money, but we raised awareness and educated the upcoming barbers that for the 32 students that were there, about 16 to 30, they understood that, look at these people that come together to raise money, and they're all positive. This is what it's about. It's not about, I'm going to take your clients or this and that. It's about learning from one another. And that was a blessing right there. And then from there, it kicked off, and, there was new upcoming stylists that came out in support, and we did interviews. I'll be posting that up soon, and that little clip that just gave you a recap of what we did. But Sonia, Tina, the new members, they believed in the vision, and they organized it with me, and they supported me, and they're amazing women, and I can't wait to see what the 2015 holds for us, because it is going to get bigger.
2017?
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm sorry.
That's not
2018. 2018.
2000. Okay, so 2018.
Yeah, sorry.
I mean, listen.
Yeah.
When you're putting your best foot forward and you're trying to do something positive, it's going to be a lot more harder, just like he said, than it is to do something negative. Because fortunately, we live in a world where negative is going to get more entertainment. That's just how it is. How many times do you turn on the news and see something positive? Even the music that we love sometimes, the hip hop that we seem to be loving so much, the positive hip hop really doesn't make that much money no more. You have someone there rapping about, hey, get your credit score up and all this other stuff. No, I don't know if anybody's going to bump it. But the negativity, someone likes it. So here we are with Juan Acevedo here to cut the negativity, took the ride out to Chicago, and from Chicago, and now you are juggling with Cephro, possibly about bringing it out here to New York.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think that's the best idea, and I'm ready for it. I'm not by myself. I got support, and I know it's gonna work out.
There'll definitely be some barbers in the trenches at that time.
That's where when they say like you start calling out these barbers that supposedly say I want to give back. It's not about talking anymore. It's about showing up. Just show up. And a lot of people don't show up. And when they say they say I'm a beast, but when you put them in the jungle, you don't even know.
Oh,
you don't even
do you
know,
hear
right?
that? I'm a beast, but put them in the jungle and they fumble.
Yeah, man. A lot of people, because there's barbers right now that are faking it. Fake entrepreneur barbers out there. I think this whole Instagram has really messed with a lot
Smoke
of
and mirrors.
Oh man, I mean, I think those that are real for like what I like I said, the 24 hours, I feel like it exposes the realness of some barbers, and on a different sideline without you even knowing it. It exposes some people that if you're really down for the 24 hours, that's a challenge. If you're really for real, do it. And there's people that can't do it. They only could do 5, 4, 6 hours and show up because it's not easy, because you don't know how it is to be 16, 15, 18 hours at a shop every week. You're just doing 4 hours and then you're tired. And it's like, how if you want to get to a certain level, is the process. People want to jump from the beginning to start and say, I want, like she said, I want to make $50, $100 cuts. And that guy, he put in those 5 years, 10, 15 years in of work. And how dare you think you could get to that and consider yourself one of the masters when you haven't even got punched in the face.
So we just see
times,
Frankie. What is that? Mujica.
Mujica. He's from
Frankie
Chicago.
Mujica says, "The support is there. We need the people."
Yeah.
We also have Jeffrey Ace Collins. He's U.S. Marine. Said he's getting it in. Antoine putting up a bunch of fire.
And you know what? And it ain't just about barbers either, because there's people out there that are not barbers that go out there and have supported. You know,
Yeah.
yeah. And like right now, one of the blessings is U-Haul. I could see U-Haul came out of nowhere and they sponsored us the trucks. So now I could see U-Haul being like, and I'm just saying it out, you know, just to say it.
Wait a minute, you got U-Haul backing you up?
And that's just a small part of Chicago, like a store location. Now, could you imagine if U-Haul becomes part of the 24 hours, and you could be anywhere in the United States, and you say, oh, well, I need to move my chairs. There's no problem. We got our sponsors to help you out. Again, it goes, don't talk, because then, you know, you got to have to, you know, come with it. You know, so
I hear what you're saying. Like, oh, don't bring it up. 'Cause
and
you're very stern when he's talking right here. He's some more. Don't bring it up, because I'm gonna call you out. I'm like, what? I didn't bring up nothing, man. I didn't do nothing.
Sometimes, because I think, again, that's God, man. God is connected the dots, because again, 3 years ago I didn't have no sponsors of U-Haul, and again, nobody really knows too much about it. But that's why I put things in the last ending of the clips. But it keeps growing. There are companies that are willing to fund, and like I said, I think I believe 2 years ago when I was here, I do see this, you know, charity fundraiser that I created to be funded, and hopefully it could be up to 50,000 to 100,000, the value of it. So, and then I was telling, you know, Liz, correct? Liz is that, you know, maybe 2 years from now she might want to do something in her community, and I'm able to give her $500 donation to support her dream in her community. That's why I want to be. That's where I want the 24 hours cutting the negativity to be one day, to where barbers could email and say, hey, you know, I need some help. Can you donate 200 for 200 book bags or something? I want to be able to be that organization to do that.
So there you go. You just got Paul the barber's Barber Jones. Paul Jones said he supports everybody. Tell him to call me. So we'll give you his number right there. He's out of the DMV area as well. He was at BarberCon. Are you going to be going to the CT Barber Expo? You going to be shooting down over there?
You know what? I'm still not sure. It's because of my son, and you know, it's right now just my situation. Not only as an owner, but 2016 was tough. And even though it was tough, I still kept. You know, again. This whole thing that I'm doing with the 24 hours, people really don't know the behind the scenes. Is something that I need to keep doing it, because it's a calling. And this is something that nobody else knows, but it's going to happen in June 4th. I'm actually going to collaborate with a church in Chicago, and we're trying to bring some of the youth, you know, back into, you know, get some help. And I'm going to support them by doing a small, you know, hair cutting for the 24 hours, collaborating with a church, Christian church. And there's a lot of Christian brothers out there that are barbers that, you know, that are willing to help out and, you know, help out those young kids on the streets. So it's going everywhere, man. And I'm trying to juggle it, but, you know, Jay Majors, you know, big respect to him, because he does his own thing. And I met him in Chicago. We had a little conversation, but I'll leave it at that. And he's a good guy.
Definitely. Well,
good guy.
Stuff, you want to say something, or moving?
Good.
Keeping it moving?
Yeah, we're good.
All right, so Juan, we actually keep him mic'd up. This way, later on into the, you know, we'll go into panel discussion. And Cold Cuts still doing what he's doing. Now, Brian, do you have any questions for Juan while he's here?
I absolutely have a question for you, man.
Q&A, I love it.
Oh, hold up. Is the mic on? Did you turn that off? You know what? Grab that. Okay, go ahead. Grab that one right there. Just grab that one off the. Yeah, that one's definitely working.
Thank you.
There we go.
So yeah, man. ScissorSalute to you, man. Great work. My question is, in the IBA, we have one of our main initiatives is community outreach, and you know, to bring 24 hours to the DMV or to take it national. I mean, I know that's something that you aspire to do.
For sure.
I know it's a big enough challenge pulling it off in Chicago, but what can we do to support you?
Just by you saying that's why I'm here, because these are the moments that it goes all back to, like, I hope we all inspire, you know, all the barbers that are looking at us right now. This is what you have to do. Again, if I stood home this week, this would never happen. You have to invest in yourself, like you always say it. But your dream, your vision, you have to. And when We have one life. Don't wait till next week, because if I would have waited that, but this conversation won't happen, and then I can't take it to the next level. So that's why I do it, so that my friends from Chicago, all the barbers from Berwyn, Cicero, you could be here too, but you have to want it as bad as, as you, and we're just, the espresso for you guys, I think, and I love, that's the Kanye West quote. He says, I'm an espresso when you hear my CDs, my lyrics, and I think we're like that espresso to barbers every Monday.
Wake up.
So
what can happen? Maybe Brian, are you talking about bringing the 24 hours to the DMV area?
Absolutely. We talked about doing something similar, doing some kind of a marathon, just doing cuts during Christmas time, just offering cuts. But I mean, you're doing it.
Yeah.
So we're going to support you.
Yeah, he's actually, this is a fourth year?
No, yeah, this is the fourth year. And
Fourth year.
We're going in 2018 will be the fifth.
So one day out of the year you pick.
One day out of the year. But this past year, 2016, I actually toured in Elgin, and then I went to Nebraska with Bo. He has his own nonprofit. It's called If You Look Good, You Feel Good. I flew down there. I told him, hey, you really want to do this? And he's like, I'm serious. When can you get here? He goes, give me 3 weeks and let's make it happen. I'm like, then I'll be there. And we did it in his shop, like me and him. And we had channel 3, channel 6. He pulled it off. And it's all about say it and execute it, And like I said, I mean, I am all down for the positive and the support. And I have the support from Chicago. A lot of barbers are willing to fly out. They are now. They see it, and like, Frankie, there's great people out there. The Fabi, she works, at my shop, and she's an amazing, talented, also barber. There's so many support, and like you've been wanting to do it. There are barbers like myself, and I feel like I'm being 4 years strong. I have enough barbers to bring it, So
there it goes. So you're hearing it here on the ScissorSalute show, possibly doing it in New York, and now the possibility where I think is going to be more likely the DMV area, because you guys were thinking about something similar to what he's talking about, but he actually did it. So maybe the cutting the negativity could show the way. It could be a collaboration.
That's what we're all about. That's what we're all about.
And and you said it earlier with the IBA setting the standards. Feel like this might be it. This is the collaboration. This is basically what the ScissorSalute has been doing for the past about to be 4 years, is trying to make connections like this happen. And we spend a lot of time doing this show, and we like to apologize. Sometimes we're not able to make your events that you invite us to on Sundays. It's because we do the ScissorSalute show on Mondays. You invite us on Sunday. It's hard for us to get there because we have the show on Monday. We're not disrespecting anybody when we say, okay, you do a show, seasonal show, a yearly show, whatever. We do this every week, and we're trying to bring everybody together. And we have a group of barbers and hairstylists in here every Monday. That seems to seem like some magic happens where the barbershop gods be like, okay, this person couldn't show up, this person couldn't show up, because it's not meant for them to be on the show just yet because the hairstylist backed out at the last minute. So salute to that. And, there's nothing wrong with that. And then other stuff starts popping up. Because we have a format how we do the show, but then we took a head count. We're like, okay, we got to go to panel format. We switched it to panel format. And being that we're talking all this stuff now, all this is coming out. All this is coming up, and we're starting to see the connections starting to come live here on the show. So sometimes, just like you say, it doesn't go as planned, but it's definitely a learning experience. Juan Acevedo, thank you for coming to the ScissorSalute show. Please let everybody know how they could get in contact with you if, maybe you could bring the 24-hour cut and the negativity to where they're located. Please let them know how they could get in contact with you.
Again, it's not difficult. I've said it so many times. You could reach me on Facebook, JLife Acevedo, and Instagram, Cutting the Negativity, all one word. And I got a Twitter also, same thing, Cutting the Negativity, all one word. Yes, it's not email me. Go to my page. You could call me. My personal number is 773-507-2201. Again, 773-507-2201. And last but not least, I just want to say, thank you, everybody that here in the show that's always supported me since day one. You guys, for me, you guys are like a dynasty or something, But
well, thank you, man. We're trying.
And also everybody in Chicago, man. Again, like you said, it ain't like we don't know, but I apologize if I get invited as well, to help out, and there's things that's going on in people's lives, and it ain't like I do it on purpose or anything, and I don't want to miss out on anybody. So everybody that has helped me since day one, again, thank you so much, because without you, 24 hours will not have been where it's at today, and it's still growing, and I know everybody is excited to see how big it's going to get, to even help the community and to show a positive light of Chicago, at least a little bit. Just like Chance, what he's doing, we're doing it differently. But like I said, I do feel like in the path is going to be a connection somewhere, and we'll probably do something, man. I hope so.
If it's meant to be, it will definitely be.
I know, man.
We're going to get into a little video clip for everybody interested in having their own app. Here's the information. Oh, no. I'll see you. Show. Doctor says I need a backiotomy. Okay, so right now I'm no longer on the screen anymore. We have another young gentleman coming there. Could you introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Mike McNeil, known as Catching All Fades on IG.
Catching All Fades.
Yeah, co-founder member of the IBA.
Okay, so now we have the IBA here sitting at the desk on the ScissorSalute show. You're watching the ScissorSalute show. We had the cut cam. We're probably going to see if we can get a little bit more of the cut cam. But right now, we're at panel format. We have the IBA here. And I'm just going to ask them a couple questions, and then I'm just going to let them do what they do. So for the people that are just tuning in now, not familiar with the IBA, just give us a little background why you started the IBA and what is the purpose.
All right, so I'll take that one. So the International Barbers Association came about. It started out with me behind the chair, just me behind the chair. My clients were coming into the shop that may not have been able to catch me. And so, they would get ready to travel out of town, or they just may not have been able to get on my book. And they would just come back to me with these horror stories about services that they received, and whether it was a bad haircut or just a bad experience. And it just got to a point, when I finally opened up White's Barber Co. We were looking for ways to drive traffic to the shop. And I said, man, I know that we have something good here at White's Barber Co. There were a bunch of other shops around us, but I was thinking of strategies as to how to drive discerning clients directly to White's Barber Co. to get the best service that they could possibly get. And so I started thinking about a directory. And so, that coupled with what I was saying before, all the horror stories that I was hearing, I would say, man, that's, there has to be some dope bar. I know there are some quality barbers out here that not only can do a good haircut, but know how to offer quality customer service. And so, I'm a man of action. I got up and I started going, and I went looking for them. I went looking for them, and what I did was I devised what we call a quality control evaluation. It's a two-part evaluation where the haircut is the last thing that we're concerned about. What we'd go by is word of mouth, social media, Yelp reviews, and we're looking we're going with the quality control evaluation. We're going to verify what we already believe to be true. So if we go on your StyleSalute and we see a bunch of reviews from your clients, if we go on your Yelp, we see a bunch of reviews on Yelp, we hear about word of mouth, we're going to go check you out. We're going to go verify. We're going to send a quality control agent down to your place of business, and we're going to verify whether you're as good as the rumor mill says. And if you are, we'll conduct that evaluation. You score 90 or above, and we'll give you an invitation to be in the International Barbers Association. Now, first and foremost, what'll happen is we started with about 15 or 20 invitations. We started with about 15 or 20 invitations. Since 2013, I think we have conducted over 75 quality control evaluations. Right now, we have about 38 strong membership. We had some people that we invited, they declined the invitation. We had some people that we did quality control evaluations on that just didn't make the cut. Whether it was the shop that they were in, whether it was the service that they provided, whether it was their lack of professionalism. And so that's how the IBA got started. It got started because I wanted to offer another level of service to the public. I wanted to help the public find the best option for barbering services. And so I said, well, let's create an association. Let's create a brand of barbers. Let's create a brand of barbers who have standards, who are like-minded, and who care about providing quality service to the public. And so that's how the International Barbers Association was born.
So you guys on the requirements, you're very stern about it. So you guys are just not saying that, you guys are just not taking in everybody.
Absolutely not.
I like
Absolutely
that.
not.
I like that, but at the same time, it's like you're breaking hearts. It's for a great cause, but it's definitely, now say I don't make it. Can you tell me what I did wrong to improve it so you guys could come back and reevaluate me? Because I know if I was a business owner and I was trying to do something, I'd definitely be like, you guys see that? You guys see what's going on here? We can't even be a part of this IBA. Now, you guys can sit here and say whatever you want about what's going on. They're definitely moving forward. But we don't even meet the standard to what they want. Now, he just told me this, that, and that. Will you guys let the shop owners know what they need to do to be, to improve their standards and be a part of what you're doing?
Absolutely.
Yes, and so it's a win-win situation with the quality control evaluation. It creates two markets. It creates a potential IBA member, and it creates a potential IBA educational opportunity. And so if we go in and we find that you're lacking in the customer service arena, then we can have you come attend the class with Dexter Fields. Dexter Fields is going to show you how to provide better quality service. Okay, if you have issues with with your shear cutting skill set, then we can plug you into Jared Scott, his grooming, and he can help you tighten up your shear game shot group. We're gonna now. I gotta backtrack just a little bit. One of the things, and JT DMV, our good friend JT down in Virginia, one of the things that he loves about the International Barbers Association is that there are no egos allowed. We don't deal with egos at all. There's no place for egos. We're all, it's a very tight knit group, and we don't deal with egos at all. And I'm speaking about egos because you said something about what if they don't make the cut. You got to be careful dealing with egos in this industry. You got to be careful dealing with egos in this industry. So you tell somebody that they didn't make it, they feel this rejection, the ego rises up, and they start to have this sort of kind of pissing contest with you.
No, you get it out. They're gonna say, they're gonna hate. They're gonna talk the negative things.
And what we really want to do, whether you pass or fail, what we really want to do is provide a platform for you to reach your maximum potential. That's what we ultimately want to do.
I just think they need to. If someone who didn't make it, I mean, honestly, it's to me, I feel like it would be a wake up call. It'd be a wake up call. And the way you're saying, if they lack in this, we're gonna connect you with this. If they lack in this, they're gonna connect with this. It goes down to something that we talk here at the ScissorSalute show. Don't own a barbershop. Don't own a barbershop. Own a place of business. Barbershop, you're gonna make limited money. If you say I own a barbershop, already you just limited your money. Now, if you open up a place of business where everything is professional, down from the service, the people in there, you're able to walk, anybody who could walk in there, they could be 8 months or 80 years old, any type of texture hair can walk up in there and feel comfortable in the environment. You know, again, like you said, you're setting a standard, and you have a place of business that's going to be able to generate money. You can have upsells. You can possibly be like, hey, you know what? Haircut's $15, but if you want all that other stuff, all the luxury stuff, you know, the haircut's $80. You know, you want that shave and all this other stuff. But you're not going to be able to do that if professionals are coming into your environment and noticing something's not right.
Absolutely.
Something's not right.
And a lot of times what we face in the IBA is just that, where if you get a QCE done and you didn't pass QCE, then it could be taken as if you don't fit into this clique. But we're not a clique. We're an organization of professional barbers where we all uphold each other to a certain standard and a certain level of professionalism. So at the end of the day, if you don't pass your quality control evaluation, it's fine. We'll show you, like Brian said, exactly where you lack and how to improve. But the issue that we might run into is maybe they don't want to be told that. Maybe they don't want to level up. Maybe they want to be right where they are. And until you get out of that ego, as we like to say, where we set aside, where we don't, that has nothing to do with the International Barbers Association. We're not a group full of egotistical barbers who are all trying to fake it till we make it. No, we trying to recognize our flaws and build from that. Realize where we lack and be okay with seeking help from other members in the organization to improve on whatever those issues that we might have individually, so that collectively we can come together and we can set the standard and we can return the barbering industry back to its former glory.
Wow. See? So now we're talking about Juan Acevedo over here talking about cutting the negativity, right? Yeah. Well, you're talking about the cutting the negativity he's showcasing right now. So can we go to picture in picture real quick, LA? And at the same time, we're talking about an organization that has the standard. What was the thing? The evaluation.
So we have the quality control. We have three main initiatives.
Well, hold up. Well, you have that. You're not taking everybody. So this is like, to me, I feel like this is one of the first things I've come across in this industry that is not just taking somebody
with
whether it's positive or negative. So that
Right.
person might have good intentions and be motivated and all this other stuff, but he still might have to meet the qualifications.
It's not about the individual. It's about the industry, plain
Right.
and simple. And the beautiful part about the IBA is if you don't pass the QCE, we'll sit you down and we'll tell you these are the things that you need to work on. The agent came back and filled out your evaluation, and these are the things you might want to level up on. And from that point on, it's up to you. You can take a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. So no ego, and it's not about us. I'm not a part of this association because I'm trying to further my brand. It's about the industry. It's the love and the passion that we have individually for the industry, and we just came together with it.
Definitely. Now, you guys have like monthly meetings on how you guys can better the IBA and different suggestions, taking different suggestions from each other, how to build. Every day.
We have a full WhatsApp chat that we light up
on a daily
basis.
On a daily.
38. We got 38 members. Other 38 members. We got about 32, 33 of us are active daily in the chat, and we're just sharing good information back and forth. Sharing good. I mean, if two heads are better than one, what do you think 38 would do? You know,
do some damage.
Yeah, man.
Well, some control damage.
And Brian, I want to jump in real quick because I don't know if you mentioned every Wednesday.
Every Tuesday and Wednesday, you're talking about the state board examination review.
Yeah, I think that's a great thing to bring up too.
Okay,
absolutely.
Yeah, so.
Well, I'll say we have the quality control, QCE is what we do, quality control evaluation. But at the same time, that is another acronym for the three initiatives that the IBA stand for. And that's quality control, community outreach, and education. And in the IBA, we break down those three initiatives, and that's how we give back, not just to the barbering industry, but to the communities alike, the schools in our surrounding barbering areas, because all of the barbers that we have are within the DMV, and a little later, I'll make sure that you all know exactly who those barbers are and their Instagram handles. And if you need support in anything, whether it's community outreach or education, those barbers at those barbershops can assist with that. So as members of the IBA, we're currently developing a system where we'll conduct quality control evaluations on entire shops and to schools as well. So it's not just going to be something that we're doing on individual barbers, because yes, we do want more members, but like we said, we want it to be organic. We want to handpick those individuals that are upholding the industry to a standard where, like I stated earlier, we can be respected on a level as once a doctor and a dentist, as we once were, and be looked at as real live professionals and not hustlers. Because I'm telling you, we go to the state board, we're at the quarterly meetings in Maryland and DC, and the state is not going to give us anything in the industry as barbers until we show that it's a true profession. But if we're claiming ourselves as barbers and we're professional, but we're not claiming nothing on no taxes, the state doesn't see a return. So why would they then give us funds for this industry that we say we love, but we only claiming $20,000 a year when we know we made at minimum $100,000 some, you know? So we want to get it back to that. So we do that between quality control, community outreach, and education.
So can I jump in?
Absolutely.
All right. And so
Double Dutch.
We look when we're identifying the barbers who we invite to come into the organization. We're looking for people who share our core values. And our core values, we got to be providing quality service. You have to be displaying professionalism. You have to have technical skills. You have to have integrity, and you have to display some sort of leadership. Okay, those are our core values. We get a lot of direct messages. How do I join the IBA? What's the benefit to me to joining the IBA? Well, I mean, if the first thing you're looking for is how the IBA is going to benefit you,
it's not for you.
You missed it already. You missed it already, because we're about giving back to the industry. It's not about the individual. It's not about the individual at all. And so we've had some cases where, it was, so what are you going to do for me? We're gentlemen and ladies.
Shake your hand, tell you good luck.
Yeah, we're gentlemen and ladies here. So we shake your hands, wish you the best of luck, and we keep it moving, because there's somebody that understands that the industry needs some work, and we're here to do that. Sephora, you were asking about, and you mentioned about on Tuesdays and Wednesdays where we do the state board examination review. What we're finding is that there is a serious issue in our industry with unlicensed practitioners. And so we identify the problem, but we're a solutions-oriented organization. And so I said, well, let's get to the root of it. What are some of the reasons why people are avoiding getting their license? And we're finding that people are just simply intimidated by taking this exam. And so what we do every Tuesday and Wednesday on Facebook Live and Instagram Live at 11 o'clock, we go live and we just go through the state board examination. Now, we understand that different jurisdictions have different testing companies. So in Maryland, it's Prometric. Or is it Prometric or PSI? It's PSI. We have PSI. But the common denominator for just about all the state board examinations is that you're using the Milady Standard Professional Barbering Book. And we just go through and do a review, and we help folks get familiar with the information, help folks get familiar with the terminology, and just by repetition, we just go through that information. We touch on the more difficult chapters, and we just want to provide a platform where people who may be intimidated by taking that exam want you to go on there, listen to us talk, listen to us mispronounce a lot of the terminology, and let you know it's okay.
It is.
It's okay if you can't pronounce it. We want to get you to pass this test because we want unlicensed barbers to get their barber's license. We want people who have their barber's license to level up and get their master barber's license so that they can in turn bring on an apprentice, because there are some people practicing without a license who've been doing it for a long time and they don't have time to go back to school.
I definitely know one main reason, probably not discussed, and a lot of people don't like to touch on it, but it's one of the main reasons that I've seen. I've been in the industry since 96, been doing, been in it, been in a barbershop. I know in New York State, the requirements, I probably got I'll say about 25 barbers underneath my belt that I've signed for them. Out of them 25 people who cut hair, there's only 3 real barbers out of them who take it as a career.
Right.
Show up on time, no extended breaks, have houses, kids, car payments. The other people that I've taught how to cut hair just cut hair. One of the main things that I see, and a lot of people I had to turn down, is child support. They owe money on child support. You cannot get an apprenticeship or a barber license if you owe child support. That's what I've seen. People coming up to me like, yo, man, listen, I want to learn how to cut hair. And then as soon as we get the information out, they take the contagious. We send, at the time, what is it, $59.95 to the IBA over here in New York City, which now there's the LIBI over here in Hempstead. Send a $59.95. You get the disease test. You take the test. You get 2 certifications, 2 certificates. One for the shop, one to set up upstate with your apprenticeship license. And then we get right here and it'd be like, okay, do you owe on child support? Psh, that's it. Already. You owe money on child support? Already, that's it. They can't get their license. As much as they want to get their license, and everyone has their own situations with child support, that's not for me to get into. But that's what I see a lot of when it comes to, a gentleman not being able to get a barber license. A lot of it is due to just owing child support.
Some of the issues we see, though, are them not having the time to go to school. Hence why we encourage barbers that are licensed to go take your master's exam. That's just doing the paperwork, get your master barber license, and then you can take on an apprentice. That way they don't have to stop work. They can come in the shop and they can work as an apprentice and not have to go.
And they can make money if they take an apprentice.
And you can make money.
So
if you take an apprentice, you can make money off of that.
So
absolutely.
Listen to what you were saying, Eli. That sounds like a legislative issue. That sounds like a legislative issue. And what we're doing in the state of Maryland, we have a lobbyist, the International Barbers Association in the state of Maryland. We have a lobbyist. And when we have issues like that child support obstacle, we'll have our lobbyists, we'll sit down with our lobbyists, and we'll talk about a solution to that issue. And we'll actually present a bill where we
a Bill of Rights?
a bill to change the law.
No, okay. No, but that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, I'm bringing it to the Constitution where you're bringing something where it has to be ratified.
Absolutely.
That's what you're saying.
Where we go to the state legislation.
And we say, this is what we propose. This is why we propose it.
Wow, that's that's big to me. It's, the more and more you guys talking, the more and more wow, that's crazy. You're talking about you propose a bill to almost change it.
Absolutely.
And then
it's not almost.
They have to to change it.
This is how things work in this country. Whoever controls the law is who's controlling everything.
Wow,
and so you have to get some
salute to that. And I mean that from deep down here. If you notice, I understand what you mean to ratify.
So that can be changed if we can make a case for, we get the numbers together, get all of our statistics together and say, look, this is how many barbers or people who we believe to be operating without a license that owe child support. But the reason why they're backing away from getting their license is because they owe. Now we're going to find a way to get around that law.
And we have.
It's done all the time.
Wow,
we just sat and testified in the state of Maryland. They wanted to give jail time for people operating without a license, and we went and we testified in Annapolis in front of the Economic Matters Committee, and we said, nah, you're not going.
It's too harsh.
You're not going to lock our guys up for operating without a license. A lot of people are just getting over the fact that they have a criminal background. You're going to give them another criminal background for trying to be gainfully employed. They just they have an obstacle here. We want to show them how to get their license, not lock them up for operating without their license. And so guess what's going to happen? That's going to be stricken from the law. It was somebody put it in place as a law, but because we went up and testified and because we had someone propose the bill, that's going to be stricken from the law. And so that's how you make change, and that's what we do.
And the resolution for that, every Tuesday and Wednesday, we do the state board exam review. So with that being said, you don't have a reason to operate without a license because we're going to provide you free classes.
Oh, so you guys do that on your IG Live or Facebook?
IG Live, Facebook Live, at White's Barber Code 357 Main Street, East Suite in Laurel, Maryland. You can come in person for free Doesn't
You guys
cost
don't
you
put
anything.
no flyers, no IG flyers up for that. It's just you guys just.
No, we
Oh yeah,
announce
we
it. We
yeah
announce
for
it.
sure.
We
Oh,
announce it.
you're gonna have to
You gotta
tag me.
follow
I gotta
IBA.
share that.
The underscore IBA.
I
on
know
Instagram.
you guys gonna have to tag me. I need to share that.
Yeah,
People
the
gonna have to, they're gonna have to see this.
I.B.A or at White's Barbaco. You follow us on IG, or you can follow my personal page, Brian D. White, on Facebook. We're there I'll be there tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, 11 o'clock. Looking,
They ratifying stuff, man.
No, it's serious.
Again,
Real talk.
I mean, like I said, to me, I feel like in the industry that we're in right now, there's a lot of eyes, and I noticed, unlike tonight's show, the only time the I was used was still in a we form when it was I and you. It was Juan said that, but everything has been we. And I feel like the industry needs more we doers than I. Even when you said that, it's like, okay, well, what's the benefits of me getting in there? It's definitely me like, yeah, it is not for them. It's definitely like
You looking
almost
at it
like
the
an
wrong
old
way.
omen, like,
Yeah,
you know,
you're looking at it the wrong
here
way.
your two paths, and you see one person intrigued
Uh-huh.
by this. Listen, this might not be for you.
There you go.
Right.
You know.
Yep.
So I definitely see that. And then you said every Tuesday, Wednesday. Do you guys? The IBA has a certain IG, or you know,
It's called the IBA official IBA handle is the_I.B.A.
No dot after the A.
Oh well. I.B.A.
There you go.
And
All
then we do the live feed on that page and also on the White's Barbaco page at White's Barbaco, and we also do it on my personal Facebook page, Brian D. White. You go in there, and you know you'll hear us. We're going to do the state board examination review, but we're going to touch on some other pertinent information as well. You know,
now you guys cover like the standards for the state board.
Yeah, it's
it
straight out
always
the
changes.
Milady's textbook.
Absolutely.
Straight out the Milady's
The only
standard.
thing that's different, though, would be the regulation for your state.
Right.
So if there's different regulations, because all of the state board exams require you to know the state laws within the regulation of barbering.
Wow.
So you have to know your regulations for your state. Outside of that, everything is straight from the Milady, and that's what you get during the state board review. You get that straight from the Milady textbook.
Wow, that's
Yep.
Like I said, man, it's just about difference makers, man. And you know what? I almost like evaluating myself and some of the things I said in the past, some of the things I say, almost like claiming to do. It's almost like it's not just looking at Instagram now, and I don't like to use the word fraud because who am I to call the next person a fraud? But it's definitely almost like eliminating or seeing the difference between realism and like,
right.
Hello.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what we're here to do. That's what we're here to do. You know, we're not here to force ourselves on anyone. We're not here for the likes at all. We're here for the love of the industry. We're here for the love of the industry. Period.
I see that, and it's just like, you know, you come across Juan's here doing it for the love. You guys are here doing it for the love. We all will all make a money, but you're talking about giving back to a community, and you guys are giving back to like an entire state, a whole region. You know, so Seth, I see you want to say something. You might.
Yeah, because time is tight, running tight. So,
well, you just have them up there, keep them up there.
No, that's fine. But I just want to make sure you mention all the members of the IBA.
Oh, it's a long list.
It's a long
I'll
list.
just go over really quick.
Yes,
I got
and
And then I just want to also make sure because Cole over here and
he's getting all cold.
So real quick, I'll go over the IBA members. We have Brian White, the president of the association, who is here with us right now today. At White's Barbaco is his IG. We have Jared Scott at His Grooming, operating out of Washington, D.C., at His Grooming on IG. Jose Ortiz, M1 Innovations in Washington, D.C., Jose Straight Razor on IG. We have Timothy Gill, operating out of White's Barbaco in Laurel, Maryland, at Tim Gill 80 on IG. Mike McNeil to the right of me, at Catching All Fades at White's Barbaco in Laurel, Maryland. Jeff Collins, also known as Ace Fader,
Vice President.
Vice President of the International Barbers Association, operating out of Washington, D.C. We have Dexter Fields at Millennium Salon in Silver Spring, at Millennium Salon on IG. Orville Hayes, that is OJ. He is in Gaithersburg at Hayes Signature Cuts, at Hayes Sig Cuts on IG. We got Shan Williams. He is our sergeant at arms. He's operating out of Baltimore at Shan_Q_Sharp. Ron Santana at Real Wild Cuts Barbershop in Laurel, Maryland, at Real Wild Cuts on IG. Dorian Purnell, he is Dorian the Groomer on IG, operating currently out of White's Barber Co. He also has his own shop on the Maryland Eastern Shore. We also have, bear with me, I'm sorry. We have Joshua Martin at True Fit and Hill in Washington, D.C. on IG at Opulent Cuts. Jason Toll, Charm City, out of Rosedale, Maryland. Charm City at Charm City Barber. You have me, the Secretary of the International Barbers Association, Janine Butler at Styles by Jazzy JC on IG. Daryl Fountain at the W Hair Loft in Washington, D.C. at Daryl the Groomer. Nick Service at Dunready in Columbia, Maryland, on IG at Service the Barber. Younger Juan out of Fort Washington, Maryland at Ultimate Image Hair Studio at Ultimate Image LLC on IG. Thomas Chung at the Standard Barbershop out in Fairfax, Virginia at the Standard Barbershop on IG. Webster, we got Webster. Webertson. Our man Webb out in Columbia at Dunready on IG at Clip Art. That's what I'm saying. On IG at Clip_Art_Web. Antoine Bunn, that is Dr. Faden Styles Lounge in College Park, Maryland, at Dr. Faden Style on IG. Chase Battle out at Dunready. He is at Chase the Barber on IG. We have Kaylia Williams at Miss K Mariah on IG. Kennard Perry at Now Style Barbershop out in Baltimore, Maryland. On IG, he is at Kennard_Perry. Biggs the Barber, Cedric, out at White's Barber Co., Laurel, Maryland, at Biggs the Barber on IG. Felicia Goins, you all know her as She the Barber. She's the Barber. She has her own suite in Washington, D.C. on IG at She's the Barber. Sean Williams, Clippers Barbershop in Laurel, Maryland, at clippers.barber.shop.llc on IG. My man Chris Foreman, who is here with us in the studio, who we're about to get to real soon. He is at the one and only barbershop in Frederick, Maryland. You can catch him at coldcuts_DV_barber on IG. Derek Adair out in Unique Looks Barbershop in Glen Burnie at Unique Looks on IG. Christopher McDaniel, Grooming for Success. He is at Grooming for Success on IG. JT is at Architect Hair Studio out in Manassas, Virginia, at JTDMV on IG. Eric Jackson at Wise Owl in Washington, D.C. You can catch him at EDJ Barber Styles on IG. Kareem, he's at Graceful Touch, Kareem Bevins. Graceful Touch Barbershop out in Gaithersburg, Maryland. You can catch him at Reem the Barber on IG. Our newest members, Brendan out at the QG in Baltimore, Maryland. You can catch him at tonsorial_B on IG. Sam Hennick at the QG as well out in Baltimore, Maryland. You can catch him on IG at the Barber Samuel The Barber Samuel Augustus on IG. Janice McNair out of Roosters Men Grooming Center. Paul Mitchell, the School of Jessup. Catch her at Women Conquering It All on IG. Calvin Thompson, My Brother's Keeper Barbershop in Annapolis, Maryland. You can catch him at c.thompson_III on IG. Stefan White, Unique Looks Barbershop out in Glen Burnie. You can catch him at Steph the Barber on IG. Laro Rodriguez at White's Barber Co. in Laurel, Maryland. You can catch him at Lotto Styles on IG. And that is the members of the International Barbers Association.
For right now. If you are interested in becoming a part of the International Barbers Association, the first thing you must do is get on our radar, whether it's via DM or otherwise. You can tag us in photos. Let us see what your work looks like. We will get a quality control agent out to you. We are currently working on a process to bring in members from outside the 25-mile radius of headquarters, which is in Laurel, Maryland. So understand that we want to expand. We want to expand, but we need you to cooperate and work with us and be patient with us. We grow organically. We don't force anything, and we will not compromise our standard just to bring in a number. So if you're interested, there's a lot of work to be done for as far as quality control, as far as community outreach and education throughout the industry. And ultimately, together, we will raise the standards in the barbering industry.
Well, thank you so much. Cold Cuts, man, I know we're running out a little bit of time. I'm going to try to hit you with one question. We spoke on the phone. For those who are not familiar, we have a 13-year vet of Cold Cuts. Started off in the military, was cutting hair there, and then he was told by family members and friends, yo, man, you're really good at what you do. I mean, this should be your career. He's going to be at the CT Barber Expo representing with his shop, and he's also going to be at the Maestro's Classic booth. I just gave him the invite to showcase. The one question that I have for you is the industry to be an industry. What does that mean?
Keep it original. I mean, I just want it to be, the industry has started off to be like barbers back in the day used to be like everything. We used to be doctors, we used to be dentists, like we used to be everything besides just cutting hair. So like I want people to come back and make it that, you know what I mean? Don't just come in and have a new come up because you hear it's the new hip thing to be as a barber, you know what I'm saying? Like I think you should come in and want to do it, you know what I'm saying? Come in when we open, stay when we close. Don't just come in for one client. If you don't have any clients, still come in. You know what I mean? So that could actually help out the shop by you can sweep the floor, you can do anything. You can take walk-ins that come in the shop. So instead of you just being selfish and thinking about yourself, I want it to be a team, a family. Just keep it original.
That's right. And one more question. I think we can sneak it in there. We're going to ask the rest of the guests to get up on the stage. If you guys can make your way to the stage. But I'm going to ask you this one more. This one question. I feel like it's very important because when we first started the show, we used to have to somewhat watch what we were saying. But, now we are where we are. It's a different type of show, and you have to grow. Tell me your problem that you have with the repost pages. What is it about the repost pages that you feel might be taken away from, the industry?
I think instead of just catering around the names that's already been out, reach out to others in the shop. You don't always have to just go to that number one person, you know what I'm saying? Somebody in that shop might have taught that number one person something to get them there. So I believe that you should reach out and get everybody, not just that number one person. So like, even if you only have like 100 followers, it doesn't mean anything. I think, if you're putting out dope work and extravagant work, that you should get noticed for it. And there's a lot of barbers out there and stylists that's doing that, and they just don't have enough recognition.
I agree. We're going to ask Cold Cuts to come up on the stage and the rest of the guests to make your way up on the stage. Cold Cuts, before we let you go, please let everybody know how they could get in contact with you and follow you on your social media.
And just Google Cold Cuts, COLEKUTZ_DV_barber. Keep it simple. Just go for Cold Cuts.
Cold Cuts. So we get a zoom back on that? Hey, Google me. Okay, are we missing anybody right here? Okay. Okay, so thank you for watching the ScissorSalute show. Thank you for watching the ScissorSalute show. We'd like to thank all of our guests for coming here, the IBA. We'd like to thank, oh, look, there we got the Cold Cuts to come up on the stage. And we'd like to, again, we have Massachusetts up in here. We got the DMV up in here. And what others? And we have Chicago as well. So we'd like to thank everybody who watched the ScissorSalute show. And if you haven't already, please download the ScissorSalute show app on Apple and Android. And if you want to showcase, advertise with us or book it for your next event, you can email us, scissorsalute@yahoo.com. All emails and messages will be answered in the order that they are received in. And before we go, we're going to ask everybody to put their hands in. Watch the overhead cam. If we could just turn her over. There we go. Everybody put their hands in. Come over here, mama. Come over here, Calico. All right, so we make it loud. For the past couple weeks, we've been making it real loud, so let's make it even louder this week. When I say scissor, you say salute. Scissor! Salute! There it goes. There it goes. A little vibration. Goes a long way. So again, make sure you follow us on Instagram at ScissorSalute Show. Like us on Facebook and like this page as well, StrongIsland.tv. And if you are into house music, stay tuned to Strong Island TV, which I believe is the fastest growing stream or Facebook live channel there is. My house show's coming up next. From us here at the ScissorSalute Show, we like to give you a big scissor salute. So we're all going to get up in here. Chauncey going to sneak in here too. We'll all give you one more last scissor salute. This time, when I say scissor, you hit them with the scissor salute and shoot it at them. Scissor salute!